स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So what we are reading is the words from Mata Sati. She's in the um, she's at her father's house, Daksha Prajapati's house, and she's seeing that in this Yagya Shala, the sacrificial arena, um, her husband was not invited. Lord Shiva is not invited, and there is no position or the place for him to uh, offer. And Mata Sati was also not received very well by her father, and all these belong towards, or all these is directed towards um, demeaning, belittling uh, Lord Shiva, and uh, and it all began um, when many years ago, uh, when Prajapati Daksh organized a fire sacrifice. Um, he invited all the demigods, including Lord Shiva. And when Prajapati Daksh entered the arena, at that time Lord Shiva was meditating on Supreme Personality of Godhead with his eyes closed. And he did not pay attention, and that's why he did not stood up in the honor of Prajapati Daksh, who is father-in-law of Lord Shiva. And Daksha Prajapati took offense of that, and he uh, blasphemed Lord Shiva, saying many bad things, such as um, this person is impure, doesn't know how to perform rituals, and then Vedic doesn't know how to follow Vedic rules and customs, um, and doesn't know how to wear clothes. Has, my daughter is so much used to of this much opulence. Um, I'm Prajapati Daksh, and then I married this poor person. And then in back and forth, Nandi also curses all the present Brahmanas and Prajapati Daksh, and in response, uh, the Brahmanas also uh, give curse to uh, the followers of Lord Shiva. So that is the backstory, and after that, uh, many years pass by this incident, and then Prajapati Daksh is organizing this sacrifice again. But this time he doesn't invite Lord Shiva. But because Mata Sati, it's her maternal place, Maika, so she wants to go. Um, and she gives various arguments to Lord Shiva, saying that, one doesn't have to have an invitation from a friend or a spiritual master or father to go visit them. So it's okay. But Lord Shiva knew that Mata Sati will not be able to take her because this place,
Someone's at the front door doorbell.
there is going to be I'm going to be insulted. I'm not going to be honored at this place, and that will a wife cannot bear uh, the dishonor of her husband. So Lord Shiva knew that, and that's why he advised Mata Sati to not go, but she still went. Um, and now, after seeing all the dishonor and insult of Lord Shiva, she is very uh, angry, very angry at her father. And in that anger, she is feeling bad about that she is the daughter of Daksha. And she's ready to give up. Now she cannot kill her father. And not that, she doesn't have the potential or the power. Here, Srila Prabhupada is saying that, she's the external potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Uh, And because of that, she has the power to vanquish not just Daksha, but many, many universes, because her position is beyond the universes. There are certain positions which are uh, whose power um, or the circle of influence is only within the universe, and that includes Lord Brahma. But uh, Mata Sati or Durga Devi, another name of her. We also know her as Parvati. So after giving this body of Sati, she takes birth uh, in the house of Himalaya Parvat, and that's where she gets the name Parvati. Uh, and because she is the external energy of the Supreme Lord, and this place is known as Durga or prison house, and she's the caretaker of this Durga. That's why her name is Durga. And because of that, she has the power to vanquish and destroy many universes. Uh, what to speak of Daksha. Um, but she is saying, I will not do that because if I do, people will think that Lord Shiva is taking his revenge through his wife. So that will bring uh, disfame, dishonor to Lord Shiva. So she doesn't want to do that. And in that, I came across this wonderful verse from Brahma Samhita, which is saying, which is glorifying, Mata Sati or Durga. सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा चाएव यस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपम अपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहम भजामि. So it is being said by Lord Brahma that Shrishti, that's creation, Sthiti, that's preservation, and pralaya and destruction. Uh, these are the uh, agencies, are these are the things which are performed by this Shakti, which is like Chaya or shadow, or external potency. So the external potency Maya, who is of the nature of the shadow of Chitta potency, is worshipped by all people as Durga, the creating, preserving, and destroying agency of this mundane world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda in accordance with whose will Durga conducts herself. So Durga Devi is actually uh, performing her task as per the will of the Supreme Lord, um, and uh, and she is powerful enough to do the creation, preservation, and the destruction of these universes. Um, but she doesn't want to do that. Um, uh, and and in the previous verse, we saw that um, how she is saying that those who hear the blaspheming, first is that one should not, and the reason she is giving is that one should not hear the blaspheming of other uh, devotees. Um, so she's saying that if one hears an irresponsible person blaspheme the master and the controller of religion, one should block his ears and go away if unable to punish him. But if one is able to kill them, then one should by force cut out the blasphemous tongue and kill the offender. And after that, one should give up his own life. So that's what dharma is, that uh, those who are the uh, devotees, you cannot hear the blaspheming of them, and there are few options there. Uh, and it all depends on your position. Um, and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that if you are a Kshatriya, then you give uh, punishment by cutting the tongue of this person, and by doing that, um, you are actually saving this person from the hellish condition uh, this person may have to go through. But if you are not of the Varna Kshatriya, then you are not qualified to give the punishment. So, what is the other option? That um, you can actually cover your ears and then go away from there so that you don't hear it, and then you're not partaking in uh, this sinful activity. Um, or you give up your body, actually. So he's saying that among the other three varnas not qualified to punish the criticizer, the Vaishya and Shudra should punish themselves by giving up their life, because it is not proper for the Brahmanas to give up his life. He should block his ears, remember Vishnu, and go away. So this is the reason why Mata Sati is saying that I want to give up this body. And then, but before giving up this body, um, she wants to prove Daksha wrong. So Daksha has charged Lord Shiva with, or blamed Lord Shiva with few uh, mistakes, and she is actually answering those. So, what are the charges Daksha has put on? What Daksha has put on Lord Shiva is first that, see, I have that. Okay. I have given my daughter to a person who does not perform rituals, is impure, is proud, and violates the rules of conduct. And it is my misfortune that I, with the greatest wealth and good conduct, have a daughter who is living in the house of a lowly beggar. Since you are the ocean of good qualities and crest jewel of purity, you should not tolerate Shiva's bad behavior. This is what is Daksha is speaking. Um, and and Mata Sati is giving answer to these criticisms one at a time. First, he is saying that um, it is better to execute one's own occupational duty than to criticize others. Now, one of his point is that Lord Shiva is not performing his occupational duties, doesn't know what is the rituals and all. And Mata Sati's argument is that elevated transcendentalists may sometimes forego the rules and regulations of the Vedas since they do not need to follow them. Just as the demigods travel to space, whereas ordinary men have to travel on the surface of Earth. So these rules and regulations which are in the Vedas are primarily for those people who are bounded by the rules and regulations. Um, but those who are surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord, they do these rules and regulations um, do not pertain or do not apply to them. And Lord Himself says in the Bhagavad Gita, we know the very famous verse that Sarva Dharman Parityajya, give up all the duties, and Mamekam Sharanam Braja. And then Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he quotes few verses from Bhagavatam as well, which says the same thing, that my dear Lord, when these great persons who are free from false ego act piously in this world, they have no selfish motives to fulfill. And even when they act in apparent contradiction to the laws of piety, they are not subject to sinful reaction. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 33rd chapter, 32nd verse. So, very clearly, uh, her argument is that Lord Shiva, because he is surrendered, so you may think that he's not acting as per rules and regulations and paying respect to his father in law, but these rules do not apply to him. Second point she says is that second blame uh, Daksha has put in on Lord Shiva is that he's impure. Uh, and why he's impure, he puts all these bhasma, from samsan, and doesn't know how to dress well, and all. And she's saying that there are two types of activities in this world. One is following the rules and regulations, and that's more for those who want to uh, enjoy this world. And then there is second, which are on the path of renunciation. Uh, but person situated in Brahman does not perform either action, just as there is no loss in performing either duty for such a qualified person. So there is no fault in the Lord for not performing either action. Uh, and another point she mentions is that you don't see purity or impurity in fire and sun, because by nature they are so pure that they purify the places where they visit. You don't ask for uh, purity, um, uh, proof of purity, or you can't blame that fire is impure. Fire purifies, consumes everything, and then purifies it. Uh, so much so that Supreme Lord is taking the offering through fire, so that everything is purified. And same is the case with the sun. That once sun shines on anything, whatever their animals and all sorts of jiva jantu, they discharge stool and urine on the earth. But once sun shines on those things, it becomes the earth is purified, so much so that you use that clay to build the sacrificial arena, uh, and it's not considered as impure. Also, um, in the older days, we'll see even now in villages and all. If you go and see the people after their daily duties, they cleanse themselves by washing their hand using the uh, using the dirt which is picked up. So why? Because that is purified by the sunshine on it. Um, And then finally, she says that the kind of wealth we enjoy, another thing which Daksha is saying, that Lord Shiva is beggar. Now, all the people of this material world, they pray to Durga Devi and Lord Shiva for all kinds of wealth and blessings. Um, and So that's what Mata Sati is saying, that you don't even know, you can't comprehend the kind of wealth which we can enjoy, or which we have. Um, my dear father, the opulence we possess is impossible for either you or your flatterer to imagine. For persons who engage in fruitive activities by performing great sacrifices are concerned with satisfying their bodily necessities by eating foodstuffs offered as a sacrifice. We can exhibit our opulences simply by desiring to do so. This can be achieved only by great personalities who are renounced and self realized. So she's in a way saying that Lord Shiva is, what to speak of, possessor of, he's the giver of siddhis, because he is situated in this, he is a self realized person. So, um, so Daksha can not even imagine the kind of wealth we have. Um, and then finally, she says that another reason I want to give up this body is that it's a common practice between husband and wife that sometime if there's something not so good on wife's family side, the husband points it out, um, and to teach, if there is something wrong with wife's brother or wife's father, they will point it out. So similarly, she's saying that sometimes Lord Shiva teaches me as Dakshayini, means daughter of Daksha. And when he teases me like that, my smile goes away and I feel very bad, because my body is coming from your body. And because of these reasons, I want to give up this body, and therefore I don't want to uh, bear this unworthy body which is received from you. Uh, and she also mentions, this important word. in referring to Lord Shiva that he is Shitikant Karhina. Means um, y- you don't think that you are getting this punishment that your daughter is giving up her body because it comes from you, because you blasphemed Lord Shiva, and then he is, uh, he may have felt bad because he's the one who swallowed poison. So, what to speak of this blaspheming you're doing? It has nothing in comparison to the halahal uh, and the great poison he's bearing in his throat, which is beautifying his throat and then giving him this nice Neelakantha uh, look. So, so that's why she also uses this wonderful word to describe Lord Shiva. So those are the things which I wanted to cover. So with that, we can take a pause here. 7:01. Over to you, Madhukar. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Akhilesh Kishangu. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Shri Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Jai Jai Nrsinga, Prahladesh, Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam. Ugraveeram
Guraviram
Jalantam
Mahavishnu Jalantam
Sarvatomukham.
Sarvatomukham
Nrsingham Krishna
Narasimham
Bhadram
Krishnam
Mrityum
Bhadram
Mrityum
Timurti
Namamiham.
Namamya.
Nrsinga Bhagwan ki jai,
Ki
Prahlad
Jai,
Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
That's all for our humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas.
Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhavavech Patitanam
Patitanam Pavanebhayo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhayo
Namo Namah.
Vishnuvinda ki
Ki
jai,
Jai,
Lord Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Ki
jai,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki
Ki
jai,
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Hari 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 Bol. Thank you everybody. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare.
Thank you, everyone. Hare